first live. We'll see how it goes. We will see. I wonder if I can bring my comments up on my iPad so I can see them better. Do 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 bum 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 bum. I know it's a weird time and it's a Monday, but I wonder how people do this. Okay, well I can see, I can like watch my own live. I don't know, we'll see if that works. Either way, I'm just gonna get to work and see what happens. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. If you saw the thumbnail, I am working on little keychains to take to my salsa festival that I'm going to. I'm doing the Sacramento Salsa Festival. So, that's what I'm working on. Let me get all of my stuff out. My plan is to make like 40 keychains, and they're gonna be a taco, a sombrero, a red chili pepper, and a little corn. So I think I have everything out that I need out right now. Oh my gosh. I just realized I didn't bring stuffing. But I don't want to like end the live because I forgot stuffing. What am I gonna do? I guess I can work on my sombreros. Hi person in the chat. This is the chili pepper without a top or stuffing. I'm just gonna crochet keychains, but I realized I forgot my polyfill, so we're gonna only make sombreros. Hi from India. Hello, hello. It's my first live. Thanks for joining. If you look at the thumbnail, you'll see the keychains that I'm working on. I'm going to the Sacramento Salsa Festival, so I'm doing 4 specific keychains for that. But since I forgot my stuffing, I can finish and work on sombreros. That's the plan. Wow, hi from Japan. Man, you guys are coming from like all over the place. What even time is it there? Okay. It's fine. It's cool. $7 a.m. Holy moly. I'm in California, so here it is 2:46 p.m. Three, 4. Thank you for everybody who's watching. honestly, I didn't think anybody would log in since I've never done a live before. And I'm still kind of new to, like, my YouTube's still a baby YouTube. I only have like 65 subscribers or something like that. But I'm enjoying it. I try to post vlogs every Tuesday. And they're just like day in the life vlogs. And I'm currently sitting in my camper at my house. It's just used as like a bonus space. It was used as a work from home office back during like COVID times. So that's why this looks weird. This is a Murphy bed behind me. Y'all can let me know what you're doing or working on if you want. Also, if you're watching and you're a crocheter, I just free-handed these sombreros. I didn't like look for patterns or anything. I just kind of messed around with it. They're pretty basic. The chat is so tiny on my phone. I hope I pronounced this right. Is it Choshu Koriki? Koriki? I know Japanese vowels are similar. I think Japanese vowels are similar to Spanish vowels. And I know a smidge of Spanish. I hope I said that right. Hello, hello. Oh, awesome. I'm glad I didn't mess it up. I guess I can tell you a little bit about myself, do like a little intro to Jerry B. Berry. I learned how to knit whenever I don't even know ages. I learned how to knit in 2015. I taught myself on YouTube. I just really wanted to know how. I also thought knitting was like cooler than crocheting. I liked the way it looked better, so I did knitting first. And then in 2019, I got pregnant with my second baby, and I decided I wanted to learn how to crochet because it's easier to crochet baby clothes than it is to knit baby clothes. So I started learning how to crochet like towards the end of 2019, early 2020, and then COVID happened. So I really started crocheting because I had like nothing better to do, just like everybody else. So I always say I've been crocheting since like 2020 technically. Yeah. I started making clothes, baby clothes, like I just said. And then I moved on to like adult clothes. I crocheted a bunch of scarves, like all the usual things. And then at some point I applied for a tester call for a little like amigurumi tree guy from a creator called Keen Corp on Instagram. And I was accepted, so I made my first amigurumi. And it was the little tree guy. And that must have been back in like 2022, maybe 2023. And I really liked it, so then I made like an itty bitty bunny, which was a free pattern from Crochet Me Zaddy. And from there, I just started making all these little itty bitty things. I kind of took his itty bitty bunny pattern and edited it to make kitties and puppies and bears and reindeer and all these little itty bitty things that were like ball shaped. And I made them out of burlap velvet. And then I did a market last year. I started doing markets last year in 2024. So at one of my markets, I happened to take like 30 or so little itty bitty plushies that I had made just for funsies. And I took them to this roller derby market and I completely sold out and everybody was obsessed with them and everybody kept asking for like custom orders of itty bitty plushies. And so that's kind of how I got into the whole plushie gig. And now that's like one of my big money makers. I still get a lot of custom orders for clothing, but people really love the plushies, like at markets especially, so that's how all of that started. Other things about me is I am a mom and this is my job. I don't have like a day job other than like, you know, feeding my kids and picking them up and all that other stuff. I'm 33. I'm a Pisces. I'm trying to think if there's any other fun facts. Oh, hi. Natalia from Russia. Used to live in California. That's cool. So, oh, that's a fun fact about me. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I moved to California in 2014 and have lived here ever since, and I consider it home. I don't consider Pennsylvania home anymore. I haven't considered Pennsylvania home since probably 2018, maybe 2017. I think California is my favorite place to live so far. This is my little sombrero. So now I'll just tie in the ends and I'll attach the little keychain at the top. But it's very simple. If you missed the beginning, I am doing a Sacramento Salsa Festival. So that's why I'm making these. And then I realized right after I started this live that I forgot to bring all my stuffing out. So I can't make my little corn or my little chili pepper. But I can do the sombreros and I can do most of the tacos without actually sewing them up. But basically I'm doing these little keychains that are Salsa Fest themed and I'll sell them for probably $6. Maybe $5. We'll see how I feel day of. And basically the vibe is like just a little keepsake from Salsa Fest for people to have. Where's my keychains? Oh, here they are. I actually bought, oh thank you Natalia. I actually bought a Shrinky Dink kit that's coming tomorrow from Amazon so that I can write out like Salsa Fest 2025 and attach that to the mini keychains. I do have a website with all of my work on it. It's just jerrybberry.square.site, I think. I never make amigurumi out of acrylic, to be honest, but I wanted the cheaper price point, and I wanted these to be fairly small, so that's why I chose to do acrylic. And then I just freehanded the sombrero. I did not buy a pattern or anything. I just kind of went for it, experimented a bit, and then took notes of what I did so I could redo it. But yeah. I've never gone live before. I live with a lot of people. My house is very noisy, so I don't have like a live schedule. I don't think I'll ever have a live schedule just because my life is too crazy and hectic and I live with a lot of people. But today I was able to come out to my camper and hide for a little bit and get work done. So I figured I would try the live and see how it goes. I don't know how long I'll stay on, maybe an hour. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all watching. I guess YouTube told me that like my viewer numbers are like throttled and I'm not going to be shown to everybody yet because my account is still new. I only have 65 followers. So I'm happy that anyone showed up today. And then obviously this will be available after it's not live anymore for a replay. So if you're at home watching the replay, thanks. Thanks a million. And if you can, I'd love a subscribe. So I can unlock more features. Because I still have like a little baby, my YouTube's like a little baby YouTube, you know? God, it's so hot. I might have to turn the air conditioner on. I have a fan going, but I don't know if it's like too loud. And I think if I turn the AC on, it might be too loud. I'm not sure. Also, I thought about putting some music on in the background. I know like a lot of people that I watch, a lot of crocheters that I watch live put like Stardew Valley music on in the background because then it's not copyrighted, I guess. I should look for that. I hate tying in ends. It's the worst. It's my least favorite thing for sure. Let me see if there's anything else to tell you about myself. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty active on Instagram, or at least I try to be. I'm trying to be better about doing my YouTube more regularly. Sometimes filming is hard. What else? I love crocheting clothes for people. It's my favorite. I love crocheting clothes for myself. I got really into markets this year. Last year I think I did like 4 markets. This year I've already done 3 markets this year, and I still have a lot more scheduled, so I'm working on Salsa Fest keychains. If you're new and just popped in, I'm selling at a salsa festival on Saturday. Right now I'm making a little sombrero keychain. I will show you in just a second. So there's the little sombrero. And now I'm just going to tie the keychain on up here with these two guys. And honestly, this is like one of the hardest parts because the yarn doesn't always want to get through the little hole, you know? And my needle doesn't fit through the keychain hole. It's a whole thing. Oh, I was gonna look for music. I forgot. I was gonna put some non-copyrighted music on. I don't know if anyone watching is a crocheter, but I love bobby pins as stitch markers. It's my favorite thing. I have actual stitch markers, and I do use them sometimes, but the majority of the time I am using a bobby pin. I've been live for like 20 minutes now. I'm thinking I'm only going to be live for like an hour, but I'll have the replay up. Once I finish this, I'll put music on. My nails are like super raggedy right now. All the markets I've been doing have like wrecked them. I'm missing a bunch. And it makes me really sad. Alright, this guy's done. So then if you weren't here in the beginning, or you're just like watching now, I have Shrinky Dink paper coming, and I'm going to write like Salsa Festival 2025 on it, and attach those to the keychain as well with some yarn. And that way people can come to my booth and get like a little keepsake or memorabilia or whatever you want to call it from the event. So that's the plan. Let me find music. What does this sound like? Okay, this says it's from non-copyright sounds. We'll see. I do have a... Oh, there's words. Interesting. Oh, here's instrumental. Okay. Cool. I can't do words, it'll distract me right now. Okay. Yeah, I got a copyright on one of my vlogs, and I think it's because my kids were watching Disney movies in the background. And I think maybe YouTube could like pick up on it or something. I'm not quite sure. It was very bizarre. But yeah. Let's do another one. Also, I kind of want to use red, so I think I'm going to have to cut this guy off and just leave a long piece. This is an unfinished chili pepper because I forgot to bring my polyfill out. But yeah. Let's do some red. Some more fun facts about me is that I love Taylor Swift. Big Taylor Swift fan. I feel like I've grown up with her. She's like 3 years older than me, so when she was coming out and releasing music, it was all very like relatable to me. Love T Swift. Love Lady Gaga. I'm an easily entertained person, so I like a lot of movies, I watch a lot of shows, I follow a lot of YouTubers that I watch, like, you know, on their scheduled days. I also love audiobooks. Can't read physical books to save my life, but I can listen to audiobooks. What else? What else? I don't know. It's weird to talk about myself because I don't do that very often. I have a cool Discord group of friends that are all women. It's called the Glowing Goddess Sisterhood. Love that group. Usually I would be on Discord seshing with them rather than being live on here, but oops. It's my alarm to let me know my kid's off from school. So yeah, normally I would be seshing with my friends on Discord, but I decided to go live with you guys. It's already been almost 30 minutes. That's cool. The live will be posted after for sure, so don't fret if you're missing it. I still have to edit my vlog that's supposed to come out on Tuesday. Have not done that. I'm behind on my vlogs. I did a little mini getaway with my said Discord friends. And ever since then I've been behind and haven't been able to like get back up to speed on the vlogs. I was like 2 weeks ahead for a while, but not anymore. So I'll have to edit that later. If you like me and want to keep up with me more, Instagram's definitely the way to go. I do try to make sure I get my weekly vlog out, but I'm pretty active on Instagram. I'm constantly posting to my stories, and I try to post to the grid like once a week. I love scrolling on Instagram. What else? I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty basic millennial, to be honest. Like sitting at home with my grandma, hobbies, listening to Taylor Swift, or watching my movies and my shows. Leading a quite boring life, you know? Let's see. What else should we talk about? What else should we talk about? If you watch my vlogs, you know I sing a lot. I sing to myself all the time. I always have songs stuck in my head. Always, always, always. I was diagnosed with OCD back in, oh gosh, when was that? 2018 maybe? And I never took it seriously or never believed it until I got sober recently, like from alcohol. And then I was like, oh yeah, yep, that's it for sure. So the music is definitely from that gets stuck constantly. I think that's why I like crochet so much, because you don't have, like, I don't have to count, but sometimes the counting is very soothing for like my anxiety. Big fan of mental health, you know? I have a Pride event coming up soon, a Pride market that I'm doing. Come on, man, why are you not working? So I have a big Pride market coming up soon in June. And if anyone's watching live or later, I would love ideas of what you think I should make for the Pride event. I already have a list of ideas for myself, but I'm wondering what other people think I should make. I feel like I kind of get stuck like in the rabbit hole of like crochet YouTube and like Instagram reels. So sometimes I like hearing fresh ideas from people that don't like always crochet and do stuff like that. I don't know. What are some of my ideas? What was I gonna make? I don't even remember. I think I was gonna make a rainbow hexagon cardigan. Some pride bucket hats. Like with the different pride flags. I think I was gonna do some pride bees. So the bees would have like pride flag stripes, but the rest of them would be like yellow. That's all I think I had for now. So, yeah, you know. Any ideas are always appreciated. My dog's apparently barking at something outside. I have a rescue dog. We paid $20 for him from the SPCA. Because it was like a sale day when we got him. Couldn't tell you what he is, but he's probably like 30 pounds. He's like beagle sized, but he's not a beagle. He's like a chihuahua mixed with something else. So he's like a medium sized chihuahua. It's weird. He's a weird dog. You know, like classic rescue dog, he has his weird things. So, but we love him. His name is Bird. I think his official name is Birdie, but we call him Bird. Birdman. Sometimes we call him the swear word that starts with a B. Sometimes we call him Bill. Sometimes we call him Dobby. You know, if you own pets, you get it. Let's see, what else about Jerry? What else about Jerry? I'm sorry, I keep not talking because I'm used to just doing vlogs and I can just edit all the silent parts out. Love music, love concerts. Concerts and music are my favorite hobbies outside of crochet. I go to, me and my husband go to Aftershock Festival every year. That's in California. It's like our little couples getaway from our kids for a couple days every year. We got married, like, we chose our wedding date so that Aftershock would be our honeymoon. And now every year it's kind of like our anniversary trip with just the two of us. Love it. I love all music, really. I don't have like specific genres that I absolutely hate. I definitely have genres that I listen to more than others. Like, I definitely listen to pop and early 2000s music, whether that be like the emo stuff or the pop stuff or the country stuff. The most. I probably listen to rap the least, although I have been getting into Kendrick Lamar. I like to sing, if you didn't know that already, you haven't figured that out. I like to sing, so that's what I always tell people is I just like music that I can sing to. Which is why sometimes rap isn't my favorite, because you don't really like sing to rap, you know? But it can be. I'm into some of it. I think the only music that I really, really, really don't like to listen to is like the screaming slash like dirty vocals, you know? Not my fave. But even then, sometimes it's good, you know? So, that's why I say I don't like to say no to any music, really. I could possibly like any of it and all of it. I was a choir and band kid throughout almost my whole school career. I played clarinet in 4th grade and 5th grade, and then I played French horn in 6, 7, and 8. And I started in 9th grade and then stopped band in 9th grade because it got very aggressive in high school. I started in choir in 5th grade and did choir all the way until my senior year. In my senior year, I didn't do choir. I didn't do much of anything in my senior year of high school. So that's why I didn't do choir then. So I'm a very musical person. Oh, I also took piano in college. I had known music theory pretty well and I knew the basics of reading sheet music. But, you know, I kind of got rusty on that stuff, so I took a 1-unit piano class in college. And that was fun. I did like a little winter recital where I played Jingle Bells and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on piano. For a little group of people that were mostly there to see their young adult children play. And then I was there like with my husband and my kids. So that was fun. I went to school much later in life. I started college whenever I was like 22, I want to say. 22, 23. And I went to a community college for like 4 years because I kept changing my mind on what major I wanted to pursue. And then finally I left community college with an associate's for transfer in math and an AA in liberal arts with a focus in psychology. Because I had gone through like child development as a possible major, and I had also tried nursing as a possible major. So my AA that I graduated with ended up being like almost a psych AA. And then the actual major I wanted to pursue was a math degree, so that's why I got my math for transfer. I transferred to California State College. Went to California State College for 2 years and got my Bachelor's of Science in Statistics. So I'm actually a statistician, technically, which is weird. I had a classic corporate statistics job for 2 years, then I was let go, and I became a full-time crocheter / mom. That's me. Where? Why do I keep moving stuff? Getting the yarn onto the keychain is by far the hardest bit. Ugh, son of a bee. And my nose is running from all of my allergies. I'm gonna have to blow my nose. Be right back. I don't want to blow my nose in front of you. Okay, thanks for waiting. Let's try this again. I wonder if I can just get the yarn through here this time. Maybe. This non-copyright music is very like movie score-esque. It's like a sad part of a movie right now. Aha! There we go. Did it. Okay. I love getting my nails done. More stuff about me. I love getting my nails done. I got a new nail lady recently and I went super long. And then I had 3 markets in a row. Sorry. After I got my nails done, I had 2 markets in a row. I'm gonna go to my 3rd one this Saturday. And so my nails are just coming off because they're really long, and setting up tents and tables and taking down tents and tables causes a lot of breakage on the nails. I don't know. The reason I love getting my nails done is because of my OCD, my obsessive compulsive disorder. I am a huge nail biter, and I have been for as long as I can remember. And that was like the first giveaway for my therapist back in 2018 to diagnose me with OCD. I also had a psychology professor in college that did clinical hours, also tell me that I should probably look into obsessive compulsive disorder when she would watch me bite my nails in class. But still, for some reason, I never believed them until recently. So that's why I am obsessive about getting my nails done. through lots of therapies, I was able to shift my biting compulsion to manicuring compulsion. So I did my own nails for a long time, like through COVID. I did like Color Street and a lot of my own manicures. And then whenever I had my corporate job and I was making decent money, I started getting my nails done regularly. And now I've just made it a priority, so definitely not going to get them this long again since I know that they break too easily. Here's the second sombrero. This one I did orange and red. Pretty simple. And then this is the first one I did the green and orange. I have one done that's like I used in the image of this thumbnail that is green and red. So there you go. I think I might, well, I have this one. I'll just do this last sombrero and then I will work on the tacos maybe. So let's see, we did orange on the top of both of those. Let's do orange first this time. Sorry, my life is run by alarms, so they'll just keep going off as different things are supposed to happen. More about me, since I keep on forgetting I have to keep talking. I love pink. It's my favorite color. I used to love purple. Then I shifted to pink a little bit ago. What's happening? Oh, I'm just getting a lot of notifications. Okay. We're good. So, shifted to pink a little bit like a while ago. I don't exactly know when pink became my favorite color because, like, I always told people purple was my favorite color. I always loved it. And I remember falling in love with it and then loving it even more because Justin Bieber's favorite color was purple, and I loved Justin Bieber back in the day. He loved purple. And then I met my husband and his favorite color was purple. And it was just like purple love forever and ever. And then at some point I was like shopping at Target or something, or I don't remember what checkout line I was in, and someone was like, I was buying something that was purple and they were like, oh, I love this, it's so cute. And I was like, yeah, purple's my favorite color. And then they looked at me and they were like, are you sure? And then I looked down and I was carrying a pink purse and I had a pink phone and my nails were pink and I think I had like a pink clip or scrunchie or something, and like it was clear that everything on me was pink and there was no purple in sight. And that's whenever I was like, oh, maybe purple isn't my favorite color anymore. But I don't remember like what day or year that was, but that's the story of how I learned that I in fact like pink more. So there you go. Who knew? Not me. What should we do on top? Red or green? I think I'm gonna do green. Gosh, my nose. My allergies are so bad out here. We're gonna have to do another nose blow break. Pardon me. Okay, nose done. I for sure suffer from allergies hardcore. Like, I'm allergic to like a bunch of trees and grasses and pollens, like the usual outside stuff, but then I'm also allergic to cats and technically dogs, and even though I have a dog. And just like all kinds of stuff, dude. So it's a real bummer. Especially in today's time where there's like a lot of serious illnesses that go around. And I have to try to convince people that I'm not sick. COVID was real rough for that too. I was like, I swear it's just allergies. I was constantly taking COVID tests in 2020. I'm an astrology girly. I fully believe in astrology. I've done a lot of research on it, like personal, read a lot of books, watched a lot of astrologer videos. I have astrologer friends. I'm really into it. I love all things witchy, really. Again, I feel like I'm a pretty basic millennial, to be honest. I've been watching the show You on Netflix, really stuck on that. I think I'm like at the end of season 3, so I'm almost done. I get through shows pretty quickly. I binge hardcore. Especially since my job is crocheting. Like while the kids are at school and I'm just sitting at home crocheting, like I'm watching shows, you know? So I get through shows pretty quickly. If you have shows that you love, I'm always down for suggestions. Whether I actually watch them or not is a whole nother thing. But I always love the suggestions. Because at some point, I'll probably log into one of my streaming services and be like, oh yeah, I've heard of this. People have suggested it. So even if I don't watch it like right now, the day will come, you know? Desperate times. I'm also keeping up with The Last of Us, which I think is really good. What else? Handmaid's Tale. I'm watching The Handmaid's Tale actively every week. I started watching The Handmaid's Tale in 2020 when COVID hit, which was probably the worst decision. But I did. Now I'm invested and I have to keep watching it. Any other major shows out there? We just finished Daredevil. I don't know. I watch a lot. I keep up with The White Lotus. I keep up with The Righteous Gemstones. A lot of HBO shows. I'm a big fan of HBO shows because I feel like the quality's there. They can swear, a little bit more adult. I also keep up with Netflix reality TV, like The Ultimatum and Love is Blind. Love is Blind. I get so into it. When the new season drops, it's like, that's all I talk about on Instagram. I also love Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I always watch that and keep up with it. Me and my sister usually watch it like at the same time, but at each other, like at our own houses, and then we text the whole time we're watching it. Yeah. I'm really excited for my first live. I kept saying I wanted to do it and couldn't find a good time. So I know that it's a weird time on a Monday, but here we are. I think I'll definitely try to get more planned into my week. That's just hard, when you have a fam. It's hard to try to schedule these things because you never know like what's going to happen, if like disaster is going to strike and the husband needs help or something. So I don't like to plan ahead for lives or make up a live schedule, but I would like to do it more often for sure. And then hopefully I'll get better about talking the whole time and talking to the camera or having something to talk about, Today I really just winged it. But it's okay. I feel like it's going okay for my first one. Let's see, what else? I quit drinking in 2023. Yes. I quit drinking in March of 2023. I definitely had a drinking problem. I was always a party girl before I had my kids. And then I just always drank. And then it got really out of hand. Right around 2021, I would say, it started getting really bad. It's where I was drinking every night, and I was like drinking expensive stuff and like really high alcohol content stuff. And I really started thinking about drinking all the time. And eventually I just stopped. I just decided I was done. I don't even know the last day, to be honest with you. I just know it was like at some point in March. And so I'm like 2 years sober, but to be honest, I still struggle. But I still think about alcohol pretty much every day. And I still wish to enjoy it. I sometimes have a hard time going out and seeing other people drinking or like going to bars. I went to Vegas with my goddess friends, and that was a little triggering, but I got through it because they are wonderful. And they are, when we get together, we are a dry group. We do not partake in any alcohol, so that was really nice to be in a place with friends where I could hang out for like 4 days and not have to worry about any alcohol. But yeah, it's a struggle, man. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I quit smoking cigarettes back in 2018. And it was like difficult at first, right? Like the first week or so, I guess, was like really, really hard. And then I kind of just got over it, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that anymore because the smell is really bad and just all this stuff, right? Um, but with drinking it, like, it hasn't, even 2 years in, I still want to drink every day. It's very bizarre how that works. So, here is my last sombrero for this live. I have to get the actual keychain tied on. Gosh, it is hot out here today. Yeah, I feel like I've probably overshared, to be honest, but I appreciate y'all being here and listening. Or if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you watching the replay with me. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Once I get this last keychain tied on, I will probably end this live. We're at an hour, so that's pretty good for my first one, honestly. My nose won't stop running, so I'm just sniffling a lot. It's hot, so I need to put the AC on, which is going to be really loud. So I think it's time, you know? Ooh, you know what I could say is that I watched Thunderbolts, the new Marvel movie. Loved. Big Marvel fan. I thought it was really good. I have also seen Sinners, which was good. I have some opinions, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I won't talk about it on here. But I don't think that Sinners was like the best movie, but I thought it was really good. I will say that I am not a fan of vampires. I feel like it didn't have to be a vampire movie, but I guess it's cool, you know? There are certain things that were in the movie that I felt like were kind of weird or unnecessary. And I still have more questions about the vampire thing. I feel like I had more questions than answers when it came to the vampires. But yeah, I loved the whole topic and idea of like freedom and like segregation and that whole conversation. I thought that is so important to have in a movie. I loved that part. I loved the conversations it starts, you know, about such things. I think it's really important in today's climate to be aware and talk about these things. I loved a lot of the symbolism. I loved the idea of like the music aspect and music like bringing on spirits and whatnot. Yeah, I loved all that. Again, big music lover, so big fan of that part of the movie. There were just a few things. My husband says that I was like nitpicking it. Maybe I am. I don't know. Like I said, I'm also not the biggest vampire fan, so that probably has something to do with it. But yeah. Trying to think if there were any other movies I saw recently. I mean, I saw Nosferatu, and I thought Nosferatu was good. I'm not a big scary movie fan, but at the same time, I don't really find vampires scary. But there were a lot of very like grotesque scenes in Nosferatu. And his voice was like very haunting. There goes my dog again. As far as Sinners, again, there were some like gory scenes, but I didn't think it was like a scary movie. Um, like neither movie kept me up at night, you know? Oh, I saw Heretic with Hugh Grant, and I thought it was a really good movie, but that one scared the crap out of me. I kind of couldn't fall asleep right away, and maybe had to have slept with the lights on. And my husband didn't quite understand like how I found that one so scary, but not the vampire movies. But I think it's because in Heretic, like that guy exists, like that guy's probably real somewhere out there, and that's what's scary to me. Also, some of the visuals in Heretic were like very uncomfortable. And they were kind of like sticking in my mind while I was trying to fall asleep. So that's what kind of scared me about that movie. But I thought it was really good. As far as scary movies go, Hugh Grant was spectacular. Loved. Okay. I've rambled enough about movies. I finished this keychain. So, for this live, I got these 3 little sombreros done. I will be making more, but this is where I'll stop for now. I think I'm going to start on some tacos and call it a day. I'll probably run in and get my stuffing and then come back out and get more work done. But thanks for watching the live. I super appreciate it. Thanks to those few people that joined and said hi. Thanks to everyone that's watching the replay. Love you. Subscribe. Bye. Bye. I don't know how to end it, but bye.